another little dab, and I'm tempted to get a new cloth, a clean applicator rather, but there's so much product already in here, I want to waste it. So this time we will be methodical, and we start at 12 o'clock. And we'll do all the pretty bits first. And we know that they've been done. So yeah, it's a nice little job to do. It's warming up now, the sun's coming out. What could you want? Around the valve. We go 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Now in some lights you can actually see the product going on, but it's not easy to see where you've been, so you just got to make sure that you cover all your angles. So I will carry on doing this, and then when I've finished, I'll come back to you. Right, so that's it. I've just finished doing that. So that's the front now with a coating on. Looks quite pretty good. You can see, as I said before, you can see in some lights where it's gone on. So what we'll do now is get a clean cloth, and we'll just lightly buff. You don't want to put any pressure on it, it's just literally a buffing off. So this is my clean throwaway cloth. So we turn it around, and now we'll just lightly buff off the coating just to smooth it out, make sure you got no high spots. And as I said, no pressure really, just lightly buffing. Yet again, I know it's boring, but start in a methodical place. So again, this time I'm starting at 6 o'clock. Just take it around. No pressure, just wipe it over. Now this is a clean cloth, but when I've finished, straight in the bin. And the little weights. Now on the instructions it says don't get the wheels wet for 12 hours. So what I have been doing, what I've done with the other three, is I've left the wheel in my little workshop so that it's totally dust free really, and protected from the weather, shall we say, not dust free but protected from the weather. So It's just after lunchtime now, so by the time I finish this I'll go and give the wheel arch a deep clean. And the other bit that needs to be done as well, once the wheel arch has had a deep clean, is the brake calipers. So I'll put some product on the calipers as well. There. Job done. Perfect. Let's turn it around. Let's turn my clother inside out first. Turn it around. Now we'll do a face. These are such nice wheels. So pleased with them. So pleased with the car. I had a X3 before. The one I had before was a X335. And that was a really nice car. I really liked it. And it was a 3 litre diesel on it. The torque on it was unbelievable. Surprised quite a lot of people. But this one is, I'm over the moon every time I get in it. Puts a smile on my face. So it's 12 o'clock done. Work our way around. You can already see how nice they're looking. Really pleased with this product. It's a really good product, easy to put on, and already it's looking, the wheel's got a real pop to it. So let's have I'm sure I'll have a few comments. Let's hope there's a few positive ones in there. But it'd be interesting to see how other people have, what process they've used to put ceramic coating on their wheels. What tricks they've got that maybe I haven't used here. I mean, I'm not an expert. I don't believe there is such a thing as an expert in anything. But it would be interesting to see what other people think of this process. Even the products I've used, I suppose. I'm not too bothered about what products I use. I try and, I use a product, see what I think of it, and then move on and use another one, and if I find one that I really like, I'll stick to it. Well, as I said before, quite often you end up going back to a previous one. But let us know what you do, what products you use, and what process you use really to not only put a ceramic coating on your wheels, but what's your process for cleaning them? How do you do it? I think that's one of the great things about detailing, is that there's always someone that's got an opinion or a little trick. and I've always found it quite a nice, friendly little community. I mean, there'll always be someone sitting behind their keyboard, a little keyboard assassin somewhere, I'm sure. But that's life, isn't it? So there we go. Right. He's all nicely buffed off. So I'm gonna go out and do the wheel arches now, and then once I've done them, I'll bring you in and just do the calipers. So there we go. One ceramic coating. Now what I'll do now is I'll leave that here to just to set, and then in the morning I'll come out and I've got C2 liquid crystal. We'll put that on an applicator, and if you like, this is the protection of the ceramic coating. So you clean the wheel, you put a ceramic coating on, the ceramic coating is there, that's your protector. This then, if you like, is your coat to protect that. So we'll put this on in the morning. Right, so I've cleaned the wheel arch, I've cleaned the caliper, I've put my decontaminant spray on, just buffed it off, so now I'm ready to put the product on. And I've just dropped my adapter, my applicator. So I'll go and throw that away, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, so as you can see, a new applicator. Just what I was saying before, it had a lot of product in it. That product has now gone in the bin. So put some drops on. And then just give that a bit of a wipe over. As it's a new applicator, it's the product tends to soak in a little bit. So it's the last thing I've got to do, so still got a little bit of product left. Just wipe it all over. When I clean my wheel arches at the front, because it's all the interior is all plastic, I just give it a good clean, washed it, and then I use some Car Pro Pearl to protect it and just to make the dirt come off a bit easier. But with the back, it's felt. So I've washed it and scrubbed it and got all the dirt off, all the dirt I can see anyway. But I'll be really interested to know what other people use to put on and dress the felt inside. Now I know Adams do a wheel arch protectant, but that can stain if it drops on the drive, it can stain the drive. So a bit reluctant to use that really. So it'd be really good to see what other people use to put on the felt around the wheel arch. Also it'd be good if there was, you know, when you take the wheel off, you can give it a really good deep clean. But so how do people keep their wheel arches clean normally without having to take the wheel off? What's your little trick? There we go. That's one caliper, well and truly coated. The last thing I'll do is I'll rub some polish, metal polish around there, because this, when the wheel's on, you can see this. And it's not easy to keep clean because it's pretty rough metal. But on the outside of it, around the outside, I'll just put some metal polish. But we'll do that in a minute. Right, let's just let that cure, and then I'll wipe it off. Right, so that's had a little time to cure. So again, using my throwaway cloth, just lightly buff it really. Job done. I know people don't like taking their wheels off and cleaning their wheel arches and doing all this, but for me, I love it. I got a great satisfaction out of knowing that the car's lovely and clean, and I love working on my car. Nothing better, as long as you've got the time. So there we go. All buffed off. So last job is, as it's a dirty cloth, got my Auto Sol metal polish, which I've used for many years. This is many years old, this one. And you need a little bit of it, so I'm going to throw the cloth away anyway. So just put a bit of polish and just spread it around. Make sure that you keep it away from the brake disc, and just take as much of the dirt off as you can. It's never going to be great, but as the wheel's off, shame not to do it really. You can see the dirt that's coming off. Off. Just a little bit of a finishing touch really, not necessary, I know. And while I'm here, just put a little bit there as well. Easy to get carried away before you know where you are. You're polishing all sorts of stuff. Oh, I am anyway. Nightmare like that. My way, I'll be sitting here for ages just polishing the undercarriage. There we go. person I know that actually polishes the inside of his exhaust pipes as well. If you've got a reputation of being mad, you might as well live up to it. Job done. Let's put the top on that before I tread on it. And then we'll have a little bit of a clean up. So there we go. I've cleaned my wheels, I've washed them, I've deionised them, I've decontaminated them, totally cleaned them, and I've put Gtechniq C5 wheel armour on. That's all 4 wheels done now, and then this one tomorrow I'll just use my spray of liquid crystal, C2 liquid crystal, put that on tomorrow, wipe that over, buff it off, and then job's done. So it'd be really interesting to get anyone's views on the processes that I've used, or the process I've used, the products I've used, and the way you do it. So as I said before, I'm sure there's lots of people out there thinking I shouldn't do this and shouldn't use that, but it's just, that's how I've done my car. So let's have your views. I'll put the C2 liquid crystal on tomorrow. I'll put that on the end of the video. Be really interested to see what everyone thinks. So till next time, thanks very much. Have a good day. Oh, good morning. It's the next day, so it's been just over 20 hours since I put the ceramic coating on the wheel. So now we're going to use the C2 liquid crystal, and I'm going to get an applicator, put this on, do the same to brake caliper, then put the wheel back on. So let's start putting this on. Right, so I've got a Car Pro applicator to put it on with. I find this is a really good way to put this this C2 on. So all you need to do is give it a couple of squirts, and then just apply it nice and gently to the wheel. This is easier to see where it's gone than the wheel armour. You can actually see it quite clearly, and the idea of this is to just give another layer of protection to the ceramic coating. So it should be a lot easier to clean. And by doing it this way with a little applicator, it tends to go a long way. You can get you know, just a few little squirts gets the whole wheel done. So it's quite a good way to do it. And just like with the rest of the process, just take your time and go around it, and cover all your areas. Do the centre bit, and we know that's done. And then literally once it's on, you can then get a clean microfiber and just go over it and just buff it off. Again, it hasn't got to be, you haven't got to rub hard. You just got to go over it and just buff it off. And then they recommend this could last maybe 4 or 5 months. Personally, I'll probably reapply it to the front of the wheel anyway, probably after about 3 months, I would guess. See how it goes. I think once you start to use the car and gets road grime on it, especially this time of year, it's January, road salt, wet conditions, let's see how easy it is to keep the wheel clean, and then depending how long this lasts, then you can make your mind up when you want to apply it again. but it's literally just a tiny little squirt, not a big one, and just apply it just nice and gently, and it goes on quite easy. So I'm going to carry on doing this. I'll do the front and the back of the wheel, and then I'll go out and do the caliper, and then I'll come back to you. So that's the liquid crystal applied. Took me probably 5 minutes. Now just go over and gently buff it off, and the process is complete. So we've now got a beautiful clean wheel with some really good quality protection on it. So I really enjoyed doing that. It was obviously you need the time to do it, but it's a very pleasurable little task, and I think when you see the results like this, it makes it even more pleasurable. And as I said before, this process is not something that anybody should shy away from. It's a relatively simple exercise. It's a case of making sure the wheel is really clean. And as I said at the beginning, I would normally, once I put the Sonex on and cleaned all the brake dust, if there is any brake dust, once I've cleaned that off, I would normally use Adam's car shampoo to then shampoo the wheel afterwards, and then dry it. But you know, these wheels are kept clean. There wasn't any reason to do that. You know, it was only cleaned. The car was only cleaned a few days ago, and you know, as I previously said, we don't do that many miles in it. It's not as though I use it to go to work in every day. So yeah, we didn't need it. So if your wheels are a bit grubby, then my suggestion is that once you've put a reasonably harsh wheel cleaner on, you would then wash the wheel before the next stage. But as I said, didn't need to do it. And going forward, now that this ceramic coating's on, I won't be using Sonex car cleaner or wheel cleaner or any other wheel cleaner on it. What I'll be doing is just using my normal car shampoo to just shampoo the wheel. Should be, that's all I need to do, but we'll see. So I'm just going to buff this off, then I'll go out and finish the caliper off, and then we'll wrap the whole program up. Right, so all of the liquid crystals on, it's all been buffed off, as you can see, all nice and clean. Both sides have been done. I've done the back of the spokes as well, so everything has been treated now. The only thing that's left to do is I've got some Carpro Pearl, and I've got this diluted 1:1. I use this for dressing the tyre walls, so I'll just go ahead and do that now, and then you can see the final effect. So what I tend to do with this is I just spray it onto a brush and brush it on. That way you find you tend to make less mess, and you can also cut it in around the rim of the wheel. This is pretty good lasting. I've used other tyre dressers before, and I keep coming back to Pearl. It's a really good product. You can use it on all sorts of rubbers and plastics. Just don't use it on anything like car mats or your pedals or anything like that, because it obviously it's can be quite slippery. So just brush that. Now this is going to be the last time this side of the tyre is dressed for quite a while. I don't intend to take this off again for another year or so. So, although by then I might need to have put a new one on. But so this is likely to be its only time it's dressed. So it's not going to be seen, but just take a little bit of care. Put plenty on, make it look nice. At least then I know in my mind the inside is nice and clean. So I just first of all just wipe the rim just to make sure that I didn't get any on there. And then just wipe it off. There. Nicely dressed inside of a wheel. Let's turn it round, finish the front off. Once I've done this, I'll put the tyre back on the car. Should look really nice. Be interesting to see see how long this coating takes. Everyone tells me that it's a lot easier to clean. But like I said, I've certainly enjoyed doing the job. Just hope I get the benefits of it now, but we shall see. Just finish off around the bottom. A quick wipe off. And that's job done. So let's bring you in and let you have a look. So there's the finished job. So that's been properly cleaned and coated and protected. So let's just turn it around so you can see the other side. I don't know what you can see there, but it's not great lighting in here. But as you can see, all nice and clean in there. So let's just wrap up. Just got my coffee delivered for me, my morning coffee. So hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. I love cleaning cars. I love doing all the detail. And something like that was just such a pleasure to do. So I hope you join me for some more videos in the future. Good health.